deserved winners on the night. Have to say that they've made the chances. They played some great, superb football.
Well, he was the man who finished top scorer in the Ukrainian league when it was suspended in December. Heartache for Steve Clark and for Scotland, but they really have produced for their country, for their people, for themselves and their families tonight. This courageous bunch of Ukrainian players. It's finished full-time at Hampden Park. Scotland 1, Ukraine 3. It is they that advanced to Sunday's final at the Carter City Stadium against Wales.
Scotland's dream is over, but Ukraine's lives on, and they still have a chance of making the World Cup, and what that would mean for the Ukrainian nation. The eyes of the world were on them, and the relief there of their manager Petrikov when that third goal went in. Dobvik with a crucial goal that sees them through to face Wales in Cardiff. Coming up shortly, our highlights show will have a roundup of all tonight's action. That's at 10 o'clock. The Nations League continues tomorrow as well. Spain and Portugal begin their campaign. We're on from 7:30 for that. And we now know it is Ukraine who will play Wales in the European qualifiers. Final playoff for the last place in the World Cup, and we'll have that for you on Sunday, 4:30 on Virgin Media 2. Disappointment for Scotland. Did they lose that in that first hour or so of that game where Ukraine were so dominant and so good tonight, Damien?
Absolutely, Tom, but I think overall Ukraine were by far and away the better team. Scotland had a spell when McTominay went in the middle of the park, and a bit of a presence, a bit of steel in there, really. A bit more progressive passing, but ultimately, you know, Ukraine were excellent tonight. Some of their passing, I mean, you know, I spoke before the game about how they had 6 draws and they tend to sit in and soak up pressure. My God, some of the football they played in the first half was breathtaking. I mean, it really was. The way they moved it through the thirds, they ran right over the top of the Scotland midfield. Poor old McGregor and Gilmore just got absolutely overrun in there, the pair of them, and unfortunately the die was cast and they continued, and even at the end there they deserved the third goal. That's how dominant they were. Scotland will be absolutely livid with themselves for not showing up in that first half and giving the Ukrainians, you know, the lift they were looking for. You know, what they need to do early on that game is just impose themselves on the Ukrainians and kind of put it up to them and see where they were mentally, but they gave them a foothold in that game very, very early and they never quite recovered it.
Well, it was Ukraine who played like a team possessed, like a team on a mission, and that mission is halfway accomplished for them. They will face Wales on Sunday. Amazing scenes from Hampden Park. Not many would begrudge them their win tonight. I'm sure even those Scottish fans, once they overcome their disappointment, will be pleased for Ukraine's achievement.